Welcome to The Therapist and the Wildcard, the show about grief, mental health, and all the messy stuff in between. One of us helps people heal for a living, and the other probably needs more therapy. Together, we keep it real, raw, and sometimes ridiculous. Welcome to The Therapist and the Wildcard. I'm Vit, certified grief coach, psychology student, widow, and wildcard. This is Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen, the clinical social worker that balances her shit out.
Damn.
And today's topic is cancer. Cancer and grief, really. So let's talk, Vit. You were diagnosed with cancer.
Yep.
How did that begin?
So
we don't need gory details.
That's the...
But like, how long had you and Chris been together or married when you were diagnosed?
Okay, so we met end of 2020. We got actually married in November of 21.
Okay.
And then we had like our wedding May of 22.
Okay.
May of 22 is when I started to notice things. So the same
month that you got married.
The same month that we got married.
Okay.
I don't know how detailed to go.
Don't be gory, but like...
Well, no, some of it's just like sexual, and then some of it's a little gross.
We can always cut out what we need to.
Okay. So... This is so weird.
If you don't want to talk about it, then we shouldn't talk about it. But
fine. So, okay, we were on our honeymoon, and, you know, we were doing stuff.
Yep.
And it hurt. But I just thought it was like position or angle or whatever, so we were trying different things, and like they all hurt. But I didn't think anything of it.
Right.
Like I was just like, that's fucking weird. And we didn't really think anything of it. Like, whatever. So, June, so the next month, I basically start like bleeding heavily. Now, my periods were never regular.
Okay.
So, when it happened, it was like, what the fuck? 'Cause it was bad. Like, this shit was not good. And they thought it was PCOS. So, like, I went to the OB. They were like, we think it's PCOS. We're going to put you on... What did they put me on? It was a hormone.
Okay.
For 10 days to slow or stop the bleeding.
Okay.
So, I go on this hormone throughout the 10 days. Like, it gets less and less every day. So, we're like, cool. By the 10th day, it's gone. Day 11, gone. Day 12, right back.
Okay.
Like, this is going to sound gross. But I'm talking like blood clots falling the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Like
legit, something is seriously wrong.
Like blocked up the shower, like the thing. Okay?
Okay.
You're welcome.
We can always cut that out.
I'm fine with details. That's
okay.
you. That's you.
I'm fine. Let's go.
So now we're like...
What the
freaking
fuck?
out again. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what? Like, this is not normal.
Right.
I'm still more calm than Chris, though. Chris is like, oh my God, you're dying. Da-da-da. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, I haven't had a period. Like, they're not regular. It's just everything is like built up and it's just coming out.
Right.
He's like, that's not normal. He's like, what the fuck? So the bleeding comes back and I just kind of live with it for a minute. Everyone's telling me to go to the hospital and I'm like, I'm fine. Like, it's just everything's shedding.
Right.
It's been a while.
You can justify it all.
And everyone's like,
fine.
no, that's not normal.
That's not really normal.
I'm talking like it was so bad I couldn't go to work. And if we were like out and about, we had to like stop every 20 minutes somewhere so that I could like change this, that, and the third.
Not normal.
Right. But I'm like, it's fine. Like, it's been a while. I'm like, my body's just got to shed this shit.
I'm proud of you. Given the OCD at that time, like, that's pretty impressive.
Oh my God.
For you to be like,
and
yeah,
we were
okay.
in like every public bathroom at that point because like when we were out and about, we just had to stop.
Right.
We did learn that hotels have fairly clean bathrooms.
Okay.
So we would stop at hotels.
Okay.
This is super clear. It's new. So after a while, he and my friend, well, he kept telling me to go to the hospital. But when my friend Dana told me it was time to go to the hospital, I was like, okay. Let's go to the ER. And it wasn't still COVID, but in 22, you weren't allowed to have someone with you until you were in the room.
Yep.
So I'm in the waiting room. He's in the car for literal hours.
Yeah.
Like hours just waiting. I'm about to bleed to my death, but no one seems to care in the ER. So we finally get called back. They first tested for a miscarriage. But that was not the problem. They did some blood work. Everything was coming back, I think, decent.
Okay.
And the doctor at the ER, he was like, schedule with an OB, do a follow-up. Maybe that's where it started first. Was the ER, not the OB.
Not the OB.
Yeah, I'm a bad storyteller. It's okay.
It's okay.
Can't all be good at everything. So he's like, follow up with an OB. He goes, no worries, but like if the problem persists long enough, it could turn into cancer. He's like, but I'm talking like years, like, so you're good.
It's like, okay, I'm fine.
Cancer didn't cross my mind again. Chris bugging out. He was like, oh my God, what if you have cancer? I'm like, dude, calm. I said, nobody has cancer. Like, chill out. The guy said years.
Right.
And, this, that, and the third. He's like, what if you have, I can't live without you. I'm like, no one has cancer, dude. Chill. Okay? Chill out. So that's when I go to the OB. And did I say that right? Mm-hmm. The OB. Okay. My brain's faster than my mouth today, I think.
It's all good.
And that's when they were like, we think it's PCOS. They put me on the
med,
whatever. It stopped and then came back. So when it had came back, called the OB and they were like, okay, let's go do a DNC. They got me in literally the next day to do a DNC. That helped. She did say, she was like, we got most of it out. She said that there was so much and the lining was so thick that we may have to go in and do it again. Like do a second one to get a real deep clean.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. She tells Chris, because like they meet with your spouse while you're still in recovery. She's like, nothing to worry about. Like the tissue looks good, blah, blah, blah. He's like, so no cancer. She's like, absolutely not. Like tissue looked really good. Still, I'm nowhere even thinking about cancer.
Right.
Like, I think he's crazy for even thinking this.
Yeah.
So now I'm back to work. It is the day after my birthday, June 28th of 22.
Okay.
And I get, because they send the tissue to pathology to do a pathology report still.
Yep.
And in the my chart, I get the results. And the paperwork doesn't just come out and say cancer.
Right.
So,
but of course you Google all the results.
There's like an exclamation point. There's like a red triangle, alert, high priority. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I text Dana, because she's pretty medical and she works for an infertility doctor.
Okay.
And I'm like, what does this mean?
Right.
And she's like, your doctor didn't call you? I was like, nope. And she's like, call them ASAP. I was like, what the fuck does this mean?
What is happening?
And she's like, just call your doctor. So I Google now some of it. And I'm like, I text her. I'm like, do I have cancer? And she's like, I don't know for sure. Like, I can't say.
Right.
But call your doctor. So I text Chris. And I'm like, I think I have cancer. He's at work.
So you just text him.
I'm at work.
Let's do that. Okay.
And I'm like, I think I might have cancer. And I send him a screenshot. And he's wrong idea to send that to him because he was so extra when it came to shit. So now he's bugging out. He's like, oh my God, I'm leaving work. I'm like, dude, let's don't leave work yet. Let's
Right.
figure this out first before you start
Figure out what's
freaking
going
out.
on.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm calling the doctor. I called them like every hour for 4 hours. No one is, I'm like now starting to panic.
Right.
No one is answering me. Finally, I'm like, can I talk to a manager? And I'm like, I get these results. Indicates that I possibly have cancer, but I'm just trying to like get a confirmation here. So once you threw the word cancer in there, she's like, oh my God, okay. She has the doctor call me within minutes.
Oh.
I'm at work at this point. I lock myself in the pantry, feeding the kid peanut butter pretzels through the door, like every time she's... And the doctor calls me, and she's not being very blunt. Like, she's like, yeah, like, you had, precancerous cells and da-da-da-da-da, and you had more of those, and to the point where I was like...
Get to the fucking point.
Literally. I was like, do I have cancer? Yes or no? Like, I literally said, do I have cancer in my body? And she was like, well, yeah, but the precancer cells, like, there's a little bit more of those, and... I don't care about the precancer. Do I have the active cancer? Yes or no?
Right.
So yes, the answer is yes. I did. And I'm at work. And so at this, both my bosses worked at home.
Okay.
And I wasn't on my phone much generally, but because of everything that was going on, I was. So I had texted them, hey, I got these results. Kind of bugging out, indicates I might have cancer. So if you, I'm on my phone, I'm doing things.
Yeah.
And literally as I walk out of the pantry, the mom's coming down for lunch.
Are you like bawling at this point?
Tears.
Oh, yeah.
Just tears. And she's like, oh, I'm like, I just literally got off the phone. I'm like, I do have cancer. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Continues making her lunch. Okay.
Cool.
I have to now feed the kids. I'm just walking around the kitchen with the mom doing her thing, and I'm just crying, like trying to... I was just told I have cancer.
Right. Process this while trying to make everything happen.
And she, never was like, do you need a minute? Nothing. She was just like, if you need anything, I'll be in a meeting till so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Chris has already left work. He's gone.
Yep.
He is completely gone. His boss, told him to leave. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm working.
Still working.
Why did you leave? And he's like, what do you mean? How are you working? I'm like, I don't know. My boss didn't say anything. She said,
I'm sorry.
basically. And he's like, what the I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
So after lunch was nap time. So I texted her. I was like, once I get the kids down for nap, can I leave?
Right.
So yeah. She kindly let me leave.
That was nice of her.
Good Lord. So Chris is just
bugging the fuck out.
I'm having to calm him down.
Okay. Usually it's the opposite.
I'm like, everything's going to be okay. Everything inside, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, oh my God. You don't think, and this is ignorant to think, but you don't think those things are going to happen to you.
No, for sure.
They happen to other people. They don't happen to you.
Yep.
So, and I don't even know, I'm sure my mind that day still wasn't fully wrapped around the word cancer.
What this meant.
Still, it was
yeah.
I don't have cancer. What? In the results, side note, they came back on my birthday. They were dated for June 27th of 22.
Oh.
Yeah, so happy birthday.
Right.
You got cancer.
Surprise. That sucks.
Yeah, so, but then once you start talking about going to see an oncologist and you're driving up to the hospital and you're entering the cancer center and you're like, oh, this shit is...
This is getting real.
That's when it hits. When you are now walking into a building for only cancer patients, people, you can tell they have cancer. They don't have hair. They, you can tell. And you're like, what the fuck? Good Lord.
Yep.
I'm now one of them.
One of them. Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember we had went out to eat that day. And I love him. He he was just crying the whole time. And it was like, you know, because he was like, I don't understand. Like, this just isn't fair. Because I was struggling so hard with the OCD at that point. He's like, how, like, he goes, you're already struggling so much. Like, now, like, let's throw in cancer.
Yep.
So it was a lot. So we go to the oncologist. And they get me in quick. Like, I'm like, damn, that's not good.
Red flag.
So the type of cancer I have is endometrial cancer.
Okay.
Which is very rare in somebody who is under the age of 50, 55. This is like a menopausal type of age cancer.
Gotcha.
So it's very rare to have it under those ages.
Fair enough. Okay.
So yeah, I'm walking into the oncologist. Everyone is older. So you're just like,
What the fuck? I don't belong here.
yeah, it's just so, like, when you start going to those appointments, it's very surreal. Because you're like, damn, like, this shit happened to me.
Yep. So
the initial appointment, I remember it being fairly long. Like, they go over, like, A, B, C, D. And you can tell they're, like, tiptoeing around the word hysterectomy. So the original the normal treatment would be, damn, I don't even remember. Chemo? It's like all the chemo and radiation.
Gotcha.
However, because I was so young and we wanted to have kids, they try to do an infertility sparing treatment.
Okay.
So it's mostly just a lot of hormones that you have to take.
Oh.
That also cause you to gain weight. But then they tell you that you need to lose weight because it's helpful. They're like,
Cool.
We understand that this is counterproductive. Y'all think?
Okay.
So, yeah. So the infertility sparing, she's like, you know, we obviously want to try that. Because the way to get rid of it completely is to just go ahead and do the hysterectomy.
Yeah.
So when you're older and you're already like in menopause and you don't care because you're done having kids anyways.
Right.
So these cases of my age are like super rare. So we're like, okay, yeah, let's do fertility sparing. And it was terrible. Like the hormones, like
Totally messed with you.
yes, they were terrible. And I was losing so much hair. Like it, so like I would, you know, be in the shower and I like finger comb my hair in the shower. And as a naturally curly girl, I usually lose a typical decent amount of hair.
A few strands.
But I was losing like, I would like ball them up and they were like this big. Oh my God. And I would like get out of the shower and throw them away. Well, there would be a couple of times where I would forget to throw them away. Chris would get in the shower or go in the bathroom after me and he was like, babe, what the fuck? And I'm like, what? And he's like, your hair. And I'm like, Oops. It's okay. I'm like, it's normal. It's like, I'm trying to calm him down through a lot of things.
Right.
Inside, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Fair enough.
And if you know me, you know how much I value my hair.
Yes. This is true.
So that was like, and people couldn't really notice I was losing hair because I have so much.
Right.
But when I was like touching it and brushing it out, I was holy shit, I have no hair.
Super noticeable, yeah.
Super just like bad cramps 24/7. Like I lived with a heating pad.
Yeah.
Just if I was home, I had a heating pad on. And then, so they usually give you about a year of treatment before they're like, it is or isn't working and we need to or not do a hysterectomy.
Gotcha.
And also within that year, I think I had 5 or 6, not hysterectomies. DNCs. Because every couple, like every month or two, like the bleeding would become heavy again. So they would like want to go in and clean it out. And part of the mindset behind that is they're also clearing out like some of the cancerous cells.
Makes sense.
So hopefully between that and the medicine, it'll get rid of the cancer.
Yeah.
And you can't get rid of the cancer with that type of treatment. It basically, so what I think the hope was that they were going to go in there, clear the cancer out,
Okay.
and the meds, so the cancer that like was the new cancer growth, the meds were going to slow that down
Okay.
enough for us to be able to have kids for a short period of time.
Gotcha.
So a hysterectomy was going to happen regardless, whether it was now or 5 years from now.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was just supposed to help so that we could have kids,
Right.
save my eggs, something.
Yeah.
So yeah, every couple of months doing a DNC, like just normal
another day.
life. Like,
Okay.
in the first couple, I think they were like decent-ish news. They were like, okay, like there's less cancer, you know, less cancer than pre-cancer. More cancer, or more pre-cancer than cancer. Yeah.
Okay.
So they were like, that's a good thing, blah, blah, blah. And then I think towards the third and fourth DNC, they were always like, well, it's not
not
really
as
going how
good.
we want, but there's still hope. And you're like, okay. And still, I'm not, this was probably super ignorant of me because I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. Like,
Right. You're still
I'm still
positive mode.
yeah, like I'm not gonna
this
have
is
a
fine.
hysterectomy. Like
No.
that's crazy. Like
Right.
no, this is fine. It's 2022 technology and you're
Right.
good. That was probably super, super ignorant of me.
No, but you were trying to remain positive, and like Chris was the overly negative one, so you had to balance that out. Like,
He really was.
you know, seems fair.
Yeah. So the yearish mark was approaching, you know, and they're like, you know, the cancer it's growing. It's not reducing like we were hoping.
Right.
And they were always, I'm like, just tell it to me how it is.
Be blunt.
And I understand from a doctor, like, so I'm 30 something. I don't know. How old was I? 3 years ago?
Like 34.
3 years ago was crazy. It seems like so much longer.
It does seem like so long ago. Yeah.
You know, because they're like trying to, you know, not use the word and you can,
Right.
I'm like, just say
Freaking
it.
say it.
So, and I still was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want a hysterectomy, but like, what else do I do? And
Right.
they were like, ultimately, it's your choice. My choice of what? Living or dying?
Well, that's basically your choices, correct? At that
Yes.
point, like, okay, that's what I would assume.
Yeah, because then if you leave the cancer for too long without removing it with the hysterectomy, now there's, you know, chances of it spreading, and they
Right.
would check for that as well, like throughout, to make sure it wasn't spreading and still just contained in the uterus.
Right.
So talk about an invasive cancer. Like your vagina is just out there for everyone. Like,
Fair enough.
I remember one of my checks, because they had to do like what is it called? The sample, or they get the sample?
Oh, yeah. Like a pap?
Oh, there's a word.
Biopsy?
Yes.
Got you.
So they literally they go in past my cervix into the uterus and they snip.
Ugh. Sounds horrible.
They snip a piece of it out to send it in for testing.
Okay.
So painful, first of all.
Sounds it.
So fucking painful. But then all the checks, they're in you. She's like, oh, just a few fingers, and they're pushing. Chris is behind the curtain. He's like, damn, that's more action than I got. It's like, really? Because
you could laugh.
we couldn't have sex either. It
Right.
was so painful, which brings me back to the honeymoon. And I didn't even connect the two dots when the sex was painful
Right.
during the honeymoon. And I was like, I had cancer and just didn't know it
Didn't
yet.
know. Yep.
So apparently I had cancer for a long time because it takes years for this cancer to...
And nobody caught on to that at all, or just...
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, so my periods, like, were not regular, but my doctor always associated it to weight.
Okay.
Because when I would gain a little bit of weight, they weren't regular. And then I would lose, and then they would be regular.
Yep.
So we always sort of just associated it to weight, because that's what made sense. Should she have sent me to an OB? Probably. But
here we are.
they're near, so.
Yep.
Yeah, so you get married, can't have sex because, sorry, you got cancer.
Got cancer.
Poor guy. But yeah, so ultimately, you know, they were like, I think it's time to consider a hysterectomy. And that was hard because you're like, shit, like this is
really
happening.
real. Like, didn't think it was going to come down to this.
Can't even like save eggs or like anything. And it's so expensive that at the same time, like, so you only have a year for hopes and dreams.
Right.
To be able to do these things.
Yep.
And to save your eggs, it's so much money. So if you don't have it, you only have a year.
Yeah.
Like, who's coming up with all that money in a year? I did end up getting a second opinion.
Okay.
Just before, like, I pulled the plug on the hysterectomy. I was like, I just need to hear it from somebody else.
Yep.
Even though I did my research, I already knew the answer, but you just
you need
want to hear it
confirmation
from somebody else
before you go and make that decision. Yeah.
So yeah, I do the second opinion. He says the same thing my doctor says. And yeah, we went in for the hysterectomy in August of, I think it was August 16th of 23.
Okay.
So that was a year and 2 months or something.
Yep.
Yeah, so just crazy. Like, even when they're talking about the surgery and like what they have to do.
Right.
And like they're like, yeah, so we move these organs out of the way to get to the uterus to remove that. And I'm like, don't even tell me, just do this shit.
Do it.
Like,
I
why
don't
are
want
you
to know.
telling me all this?
Don't want to know.
A lot of like prep, like we had to go to like prep meetings for the hysterectomy. So there was different options. So I could do, it's weird because they call it a full hysterectomy with ovaries and then a full hysterectomy without ovaries. So, you know, she was like, do you want to remove the ovaries or not? And I was like, well, I don't know. If they look bad, fucking take them. Like, don't leave them in there.
Don't leave them in there.
So I ultimately left it up to her. I was like, if you're in there and you think they look weird, just take them.
Yep.
Because I guess it is healthier and safer for you to keep your ovaries until you're at least 40. So in a few years, I'll probably have those removed. And if you remove your ovaries, then you go into like full menopause. So she went in there, they were able to, she said they looked good, the ovaries looked good. Which, so on the flip side, I could try to still freeze my eggs. But my husband's gone, so what am I going to do? And so we had talked about it, Chris and I. We were like, I was like, well, let's just see if I have any viable eggs and what we could do. And he was like, or the other option is adoption.
Right.
And he was like, I think I'd rather just adopt. I was like, you would? And here's the thing. I always wanted to adopt my whole life, even from when I was little.
Yeah.
When I first met him, he did not want to adopt.
Okay.
And then now the choice comes down to like
Adoption
this.
or freeze the eggs.
And now I'm skeptical of adoption. And I'm like, you don't want to like just know what like one of our kids would be like.
Right.
And he was like, he's like, well, yeah, but it's not guaranteed. And he was right. So we can go
True.
spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000
Right.
and it not be guaranteed. He goes, at least with adoption, at least we know we're getting a kid.
Fair enough.
Like, okay.
Touche.
And with him being the only boy out of 7 children, like carrying the last name was a big
Right.
thing in the Nigerian culture. So there was like a sense of failure from myself of, you know, not being able to give him kids and
Right.
let him be a father. And then I single-handedly destroyed a whole bloodline.
Not on purpose. Shit happened.
A
Like,
whole bloodline.
okay, but he has 6 sisters that have, all of them have kids? Not all of them have kids.
Well, there's 10 nieces. No, they all have kids
They
now.
have kids
I
now.
think.
Okay.
I'm the only one. Love that for me.
Yeah.
But a whole bloodline to carry the name.
So you felt a little guilty at that point, like,
Oh, for sure. Like, I felt like a failure.
yeah. Did you recognize that as grief?
Not at the time.
I didn't think so.
No, not at all.
Right.
Not at all. Yeah. Sometimes I still don't.
Right.
Like, but yeah, so we had the hysterectomy. I was prepared for the absolute worst recovery.
Okay.
So I had joined like some like young endometrial cancer Facebook groups.
Gotcha.
And I was prepared for, like, they were like, we couldn't move. We couldn't even sit up without help. This, that, and the third. And I'm like,
Oh, God, here we go.
I was prepared.
Yep.
Like, they were like, you know, our partners literally had to wipe our asses. And I was like, babe, like, you might have to wipe my ass. And he's like, okay, that's fine. Like, he was willing to do whatever.
Right.
And recovery was not as bad as I thought.
Okay.
Had I not ended up with, like, the worst fucking cough from the anesthesia, like the tube and stuff, I would have been fine. But
But with that,
having to cough with, like, just everything going on,
not good.
terrifying.
Yep.
The thought of the first poop was terrifying. And they
enough.
put you on, like, stool softeners, but it was still, I was like, I can't do anything. Like,
Right.
It was so scary.
Yeah.
They said not to shower for, like, the first 2 days, but I showered as soon as I got home.
Of course you did.
As soon as I got home, like, ew, after being in the hospital and
Right.
just, like, he's like, don't get anything, like, I was like, at least if I just clean, like, my back, because all the scars are on my stomach. They do, like, 5 scars. It was robotic.
Okay.
I was like, listen, even if I just do my lower half and my back, I got to do
don't even care.
something.
Yeah.
Because, ugh. But recovery was a lot easier than I had anticipated. I was able to get up, move around, sit and stand just fine.
Right.
Like, he was telling me to, because I'm like baking, making dinner. He's like, will you sit? He's like, dude. I was like, no, I'm fine. And then I could tell, like, when I did too much, it would
Yeah.
kick in. Like, towards the end of the day, I would be sore. But yeah, it was like a full 8 weeks. I couldn't lift more than 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah. That's rough. So you didn't work then?
No.
'Cause you couldn't lift the kids or anything?
No, I was supposed to start working for Mitch and Camille the beginning of September. And they thankfully were able to push that back.
Okay.
Actually, I had one of my other friends who was a nanny. She worked the first few weeks for me. And I went with her. Did you just pop a hole in that?
No, I thought I did. I was very scared.
So I went with my friend
Okay.
while she watched Maeve. I
Because
just
at least she
couldn't
could pick her up and
Yeah,
Okay.
I just couldn't do much. So yeah.
All right. So when do you feel like you started grieving the loss of the ability to have kids? Do you feel like Chris ever grieved it before he passed?
He was good with it.
Okay.
And even his dad, which surprised me, because, like, I knew kids were important to his dad as well to carry on the name. Like, he was just like, no, like there's adoption, there's plenty of other things. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
So I was beating myself up.
Right.
No, I wasn't
Nobody else
getting
was.
pressure from anybody else. Like, you know, his dad's a doctor. He was like, no, like you have to take care of you. Like
Right.
this is life or death. Like if you don't have this hysterectomy, you can die.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't getting pressure from anybody. Like everyone was like, no, get the hysterectomy. Chris didn't even want me to do the treatment in the beginning. He was like, get the hysterectomy, just be done. I was like, oh no, like let's try.
Right.
And he was like, no, why would we try? Get the cancer out. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't even know if I've ever fully grieved it yet. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, because when your husband died too, you would have grieved the loss of the ability to have kids anyway with him. Right? So
Yeah.
it was kind of like a twofold, I guess, kind of thing. But, you know, you didn't really realize it at that time. Like you were just dealing with, I have cancer, the cancer is gone. Yeah, we can't have kids. It's my fault. You didn't
Yeah.
really grieve the fact that like
Right.
you weren't going to have your own kids.
Yeah, and there's like so much going on, like with recovery and
Yep.
yeah. Interesting.
Did you ever talk to anybody like in those groups that were in the same position, like kind of grieving the loss of the ability to have kids, or just never really came up?
I didn't talk to anyone like one-on-one. I would read like certain posts and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of them also had kids too. They just
Okay.
couldn't have more.
More kids. Got it.
So I was like, well, you have kids. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
I didn't say that, but you know.
But the thought crossed your mind.
Yeah.
Yes. Fair enough.
So yeah, but like just to not have any kids.
Right.
And now here I am, 37 years old. No kids.
But that's okay. Life changes. You know, we grieved the past. You probably haven't grieved all of it. You know,
No
but
kids, a husband, a father-in-law.
you got a lot of other things in life. You know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of experience to share with other people, you know, who are dealing with even the grief of either not being able to have kids or the grief of having a disorder or disease that's going to impact the rest of your life. You
Right.
know, like grief is so different for everybody. You know, and just like when parents have a child of their own and the child has something wrong with them, they grieve the
Right.
child that they wanted that doesn't exist, right? Like there's
is
still
true.
all those ways to grieve, but
Grief is everywhere.
grief sucks. Right?
Just a little.
Pain into purpose, right? Like that's what you're doing. But it
Yeah.
still hits you sometimes, right? It still hits you out of anywhere. And
Oh, for sure. And like I'm like, do I want to see if I have any viable eggs? Like, what am I
Right.
going to do with them?
right.
What am I going to do with them?
You got the money for it?
No, they have like grants and like different things like in ways. Still a lot.
Right.
But what the fuck am I going to do with frozen eggs? And then if I don't use them, am I killing them? No, that sounds bad.
You're not killing them, so there's no easy answer on that one. But
No,
you know
it's
what?
crazy.
Even since Chris passed, so you had a hysterectomy basically a year before he passed away, a year and a month basically, right? And then he passed, so then you dealt with that grief, you know, and then we can always edit this out, but like you found out very unexpectedly that his parents, your mother and father-in-law, adopted a baby from Nigeria, right? And like, what was that like for you? Because I feel like at that point you started grieving again.
That was hard.
Yeah.
Because his dad and I had talked about me adopting and him helping me adopt. And I'll never like forget when, and I found out through text message,
Yep.
which I think was a little bit more,
The fucking slap in the face. It was like devastating. It was
I'll never forget where I was.
exactly when you read that text message.
Literally. Like I was in the car driving. Wasn't I here a little bit earlier?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so where were we? We were just talking about how
The
you
African
felt
babies.
when,
Well, baby.
baby. So there was the baby that Becky and Cletus adopted, and you got a random family text chat message that there was a new child in the family who lived in
Yeah.
Nigeria.
That was hard to process. And actually, I don't know if I fully processed it up until just this past week when I talked to Kanisha. Remember what I had told you?
Yeah, that she had no idea either. They didn't talk about it, and it was kind of a surprise to everybody.
Well, we knew that. I'm talking about when I had said, why didn't he help me?
Oh. Yeah, wasn't he going to still help you? Or, oh no, he thought that you were in
And I was.
you were in a tough spot, and which is
So
true,
yeah, when it
yeah.
first happened, it was kind of a shock for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
we knew the idea had been like tossed out there, but we were all kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I knew Cletus wanted the name to be carried on. So like I understood that. Oh,
Right.
motherfucker. It's fine. Got chaps. We're good. I'm not moving.
We got pockets, we're fine.
So my bad. I just dropped the lid to my chapstick and it,
Because you cracked it.
I don't have a fidget.
Do you want the needle?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone was kind of caught off guard. And I remember I got the text. I instantly texted you. Did I send you a screenshot?
Oh, yes. Yes, and I was like, oh shit, are you okay?
I
It was like my first response. Like, oh my
I don't
God.
even know if you asked if I was okay. You were like, I'm still here. Just come back.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was.
Thanks. Oh, I love when they're cold. It's like a sensory thing. Yeah, you're like, oh shit, just come back.
Yep.
I think that's one of the few times I cried in front of you.
Probably.
Yeah, it was just like, it was a lot of emotions. Because like, one of them was like, well, damn, back to the cancer. I couldn't give you a
What you
grandkid
wanted. Yep.
to carry on the name. And then it was like the whole death of my husband. Like, damn, like he's not here. So now
Right.
we can't have kids
Right.
in any which way, shape, or form.
Right.
And then it was just, I was also hurt because Cletus and I had talked about, even after Chris passing, me still adopting.
Right.
And he was like, I will help you as long as it's a boy. So it was a lot of emotions. Are you good?
I'm just going to pop that back down.
Oh, Lord. A lot of emotions.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was still fairly hurtful up until this past week when I talked to
Right.
Kanisha.
Well, and this all happened. When did that, like September of last year? August of last year? This year. July, maybe? It was before the 1 year anniversary, I think. Right? So so everything was still pretty raw for you. You were still kind
Yeah,
of
it
going
was
through the
within
motions
the
with Chris.
year.
It was within the year. Okay, that's what I thought. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a timeline because even when
Yeah.
we started planning the podcast, this happened before that as well.
Yeah, I feel like it was over the
summer?
summer, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the summer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was because 4th of July, Crystal, around that time, had a get together at our house and we had talked about it. So,
Yep. Yep. So end of June, early July.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's right around your birthday. Without Chris is when you found out
Yeah.
that they adopted a child.
My birthdays are usually shitty. Cancer, adopted kids,
It's all right. They'll get better.
Yeah, so it's kind of been hard back and forth because I understand you wanted a kid to carry on the name, and with the kid being Nigerian, it was probably more
Right.
made a little bit more sense. But I
Right.
was like, damn, Because
Right.
he knew how bad I wanted kids. So it just kind of like hit a little bit differently. But then I was talking to Kanisha, I think literally just the other day. And we were talking about this because we learned that there's also a second adopted child in Nigeria. None of us knew about this one. Like,
Becky must have, though, but she hasn't been able to confirm nor deny.
right. So, a lot of secrets. So Kanisha and I were talking because I was telling her, I was like, you know, when I found out about the first adopted baby, like it was really hard for me.
Right.
And I was like, selfishly, like, why not me? Like, why didn't he help me?
Right.
And she was like, well, and she's like, you know, at the time you weren't in a mentally stable position. So fair enough. Because your girl
You're not
was suicidal
denying it.
for 7
Like,
months.
we're not
So
denying that, but yes. Still a little hurtful if he didn't talk to you about it.
I have to cough, my throat tickles.
You weren't really in a mentally stable position to be adopting, according to Cletus.
Yeah, and to be fair,
You weren't.
I wasn't. So that helped me a little bit, like Kanisha saying that just
Right.
I wasn't completely out of the options or what. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't taking back what he said, but he knew you weren't in a state to do it now, and so they did
Yeah.
it now sooner rather than later. I mean, they had randomly thrown it out to the family, and then
Right.
nothing
And
was said.
to be fair, in July, he was like, let us know when you're ready and I'll help you. I didn't know
That he's going to disappear and not be able to help you, or
that part. Yeah, I didn't plan for that. But yeah, so Kanisha saying that like kind of made it a little bit better.
right.
So there's that. I
Fair
have to
enough.
cough again.
I mean, it seems like there was a lot of underlying grief that just was never noticed or addressed. I mean, did you ever talk to anybody after the hysterectomy?
Like a therapist?
Yeah.
No.
Did you and Chris ever talk about like what it was like not being able to have biological kids anymore?
It would come up. He cried
Yeah.
a few times. You know, because I would, you know, like, I can't give you kids and da-da-da-da. And he was like, you know, it's just like as hard as for me. And, yeah, so he would like cry about it sometimes, which,
Made you feel bad and
yeah,
yeah.
damn. And like,
Vicious
he
cycle.
didn't do it to make me feel bad. Like,
No.
that wasn't his character at all.
Right.
It was just human.
He didn't blame you. He just
Yeah, no, not
was
at all.
sad.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just, yeah, because he wanted kids. And then, like, we still could have tried with the eggs, but then,
Right.
like he said, it's not guaranteed.
yeah.
Where I still feel like I would have wanted to try with
least
the
to
eggs.
try. Well, you also the one that wanted to try the hormone treatment instead of going to the hysterectomy, where he was just like, do the hysterectomy.
Yeah.
So
I like to try things. But, like, how cute would a little Vit and Chris have been? Like,
probably pretty darn cute.
pretty fucking cute.
Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah. But, you know, here we are.
Here we are. All right. Well, I feel like that kind of sums up like what happened kind of the year before Chris passed, the types of grief that you've kind of experienced and not really acknowledged maybe, you know, kind of where things are at now. So, all right. Next time we'll talk about the I love you trauma.
That's a wrap for the therapist and the wild card. One of us brings the therapy and the other brings the chaos. Together, we'll be back with more laughter, healing, and everything in between.